Well, what's new? I'm glad you asked. I want to share with you some updates about opportunities to be a part of the life of the church in the weeks ahead. First up is we have a couple of fundraisers to mention supporting children and youth ministries of the church. First one is called Egg My Yard. This is when you can pay to have Easter eggs quietly dropped off, perhaps in your own yard for someone, or you can do it for somebody else. And people from the church will come in the dark of night and leave behind the Easter eggs for others to find the following morning. So that's coming up. And then also a hydrangea sale. This has been, hey, Larry, hey, Barbara. This has been something that we've been doing the past couple years to bring so much beauty, color, and life to the sanctuary on Easter Sunday. So these two fundraisers are underway, and you can get your orders into the church office by March the 26th. The Women's Beach Retreat is coming up in a week, March 16th to the 19th. I'm hearing that we have a great crew of women who are planning to go. It'll be a wonderful time of spiritual refreshment. And I look forward to hearing about how it goes. Again, March 16th through the 19th, it's at Oak Island, and we pray for them to have a wonderful time. We have this task force that's been meeting over the past several weeks in response to the Wesley Community Development's asset analysis. And I just want to offer a quick update on this. And I'll begin by saying I'm really pleased and grateful with the sense of urgency that our church members have about the importance of being faithful and alive and vibrant, but also the need to make some changes about how we go about some things. I always hoped that this sense of urgency would come thanks to a sermon I preached, or maybe a comment I made in a meeting, or some clever article I wrote. But really, it's because of the data that was in that presentation, noticing the charts, noticing the numbers, that's gotten our people's attention. So this task force has been meeting, and just to present to you in very broad brushstrokes, ideas have been brainstormed, priorities have been named, some ideas have been investigated, and they're still being vetted. The idea is coming up on March the 28th at the church council meeting. A proposal will be brought forward for the church council to vote on, and they will represent some really important choices that have to do with building, not building as in creating a new building, but the building. What are we going to do with the building? How can we leverage the building? And actually, I'm going to talk about that in the sermon this upcoming Sunday. I've been doing the sermon series on prayers, presence, gifts, service, and witness. And this upcoming Sunday about gifts. By the way, that word for me is harder to say than you would think. Gifts, the FTS part. Anyway, we'll be talking about the building as a gift and how can we leverage that gift for God's glory. Okay, coming up in just a few weeks, if you can believe it, it will be Holy Week. Palm Sunday is April the 2nd. And our worship is going to begin differently than most Sundays. And this is a way for us to kinesthetically feel and know that it is a different kind of Sunday. We're going to start in the columbarium. Now, obviously, we can't fit everybody in the columbarium. Some will be in the hallway and such. But on Palm Sunday, April 2nd, don't just go directly to the seat where you usually sit. We're going to meet in the columbarium and in the Carter lobby. And then we're going to process into the sanctuary with palm fronds for worship. That very week, on Wednesday, April the 5th, we'll have our next community meal. And recently it was decided the menu will be ham, mac and cheese, and a dessert. And then we're looking forward to that community meal being a time of fellowship for our congregation and being a way for us to leverage our wonderful space near the park and connecting to the community, because we want to invite people, reach out, welcome people. And so that's coming up on Wednesday, April the 5th. Following that meal, Lenten prayer stations in the sanctuary. Jen Fote has done a marvelous job of organizing these, leading the youth to do this over the past several years. And I know this will be another meaningful time. We'll have Maundy, Thursday worship on April the 6th, 6 p.m. in the sanctuary. Okay, Maundy, Thursday worship, 6 p.m. in the sanctuary, same time as the dinner. And then Good Friday worship on April 7th at 12 noon in the sanctuary. On Easter Day, we'll have a sunrise service at the Bell Tower Green, and this will be with our neighboring churches downtown. I'm excited about this because it shows a sense of cooperation and partnership with our downtown churches. And we've had a couple planning meetings, and there's really great enthusiasm and energy around this. It's going to be a somewhat of a brief service because we're going to be outside and people will need to bring a chair to sit in. But it'll be a really good time together. But then we'll have our traditional Easter services at 8:30 and 11, of course, in the sanctuary on Easter Day. So that's what's coming up with Holy Week. Now, as we get into April into May and June, we're hoping to have more information about the refugee resettlement opportunity. We're looking at our church to have a team of about 10 to 15 people to become a circle of welcome. Our church will be given the opportunity to be hospitable to someone, maybe an individual, maybe a family. We don't know yet. We think that they might be from Ukraine, maybe not. But remember, when we're talking about refugees, we're talking about people who, due to political unrest, due to war, due to famine, some sort of calamity, they are not safe in their homeland, and they're looking for a new place to call home. About this refugee resettlement ministry, Lutheran Services Carolinas is leading the way. And it's about making sure that people who need to leave their homeland can find a new home legally through the State Department, and we are going to be able to help offer hospitality. So I'm really thankful for Brenda, who's on this call, and several others in our church who were at a meeting with me at St. John's Lutheran Church this last week. We got some valuable information, and when the time is right, we will roll it out to the rest of the congregation. So look for that. Again, likely April and May and into June. All right, a few other dates I want us to save on the calendar. The Legacy Luncheon on April the 23rd after worship. This is going to be a time of fellowship and celebration for our most mature church members. And everybody who's live on the call with me now, I'm not going to presume, but I'm pretty sure all of you are on the invite list. Congratulations.
You mean we're all up?
Hey, I didn't use that word. Wise.
Oh.
Well seasoned.
Thank you. That was nice.
So that's coming up on Sunday, April 23rd. Invitations will be sent out in the weeks to come. We have a concert at the church on Sunday, May the 7th. Our church's chancel choir has been rehearsing with the choir at First Presbyterian Church. And I'm really grateful for everybody's participation in this. I'm hearing great things about how wonderful this will be. Again, our choir combined with First Presbyterian, and the choir will be, the concert will be at our church, Sunday, May the 7th. We have plans underway already, can you believe it, for Camp Discovery and for Simply Summer, which is our church's Bible school ministry for children. So all of those things are underway, put in the hopper. That's all I have that I wanted to share with you right now. Are there any questions that I could answer for you? Think we got it all? Well,
Nancy has a question. She wants to know who's fixing the Legacy Luncheon.
I have it on good authority that Chef Danny Hunt will be
Yeah.
fixing the meal.
Wow.
And I'm thankful to Mary Heather Steinman, who is coordinating it. Yep. It'll be a great time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I want to say a big thank you to Jeannie and to Brenda and Steve and Nancy in the background and Barbara and Larry for taking time to be with me on this. We're going to share this with everybody on a YouTube video. So hopefully this will be helpful information. My hope in doing these is to share information that's accurate, clear, helpful, so that people can be engaged more in the life of the church. And I want everybody to be informed so that we know how we can invite others to be part of what God is doing. So it's great to be with you all. Thank you, and God bless you.